But yes, I have like a couple of things like this actually, I think. And it's like just a long, simple camise. It tends to look really nice the way the light kind of shines through it. Thank you. And it's just sort of, it could be symbolic of things kind of getting stripped away and me just kind of coming down to the bare essence of who I am as a person, having to confront that and come face to face with that kind of, just a subtle message.
What scenes do you see that in? Like what kind of...
I see, let me see, oh gosh, I have seen everything for this in my head before, from meadow scenes to possibly woodland to possibly city scenes. A thing that I see happening is maybe different wardrobe changes that show how I am trying to be a chameleon and blend into what is expected of me.
That's really interesting because, so when we were, I wrote down some things.
Like I have,
ago.
like this Marilyn Monroe type dress, for example. This could be it's a very iconic and very representative of what is expected of a woman to be sexy. This could be one of those images that shows trying to fit in, trying to assimilate, and trying to live up to these standards and these ideas that people have. You know, and this would be more towards the beginning of the, song, kind of showing that side of my life. You know, I have, very innocent looking, like 1950s style dress. I could put a petticoat under. You know, this kind of symbolizes just your classic, American girl, good morals and strong Christian upbringing kind of vibe, It kind of symbolizes conformity. And I kind of felt like the further as we get into the middle of the song, you start to see me wearing stuff like this, where I'm just kind of coming down to, I'm getting closer to my bare skin.
I like that.
We started out with me trying to fit into people's expectations of what I should be like, and we can even, if you wanted to do more quick change scenes at any point, I could put together more outfits, business type outfits, church outfit, whatever, things to symbolize trying to fit into the boxes.
I like the idea of portraying you as in different outfits and almost as different, like, masks and almost different people.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. I had an idea that I wrote down a minute ago, like, even if, like, you could be in one of those and then lay down for the night, and then when you woke up you could be like the old man, and then that could be the pills, or the ointments part, like you wake up like that and you go to like the bathroom and like...
Yeah, and we'll play into that vibe of just being very old and tired and...
But it could switch back and forth, and then all of those different personas or characters can be... I have an idea of maybe going back to like one location that's like it's your control, basically. So like if we pick like a really nice meadow or like woods, which I think woods would be cool because you could make it look really surreal, and you'd have all these different outfits walking through in different... and then, as they start out, they would be more... like wobbly, and as it progresses, but it switches between those outfits as they walk.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to connect those ideas to show that it's all the same.
Yes.
And that's what they're struggling with.
Yes.
I like that. Then you would also see the formations of the rigid movements.
Start to become
flowing movements.
But so you shoot it as one long thing, and then you shoot.
And I liked how you said fetal position, because maybe after I stop rolling, that's how I land. You know what I mean? It's a very natural. It's a very natural transition. Like I quite literally roll and batter my way through until the end of the song, where I'm lying there and maybe start to slowly uncurl. And like, I don't know, I'm trying to think what we could bring to that to signify kind of the blossoming and the...
Cut in shots of literal flowers blooming.
I mean, we totally could. It's a bit, like, obvious, but it's also, like, I mean, it conveys the message. I mean, like, I don't know, maybe a white feather like a totally CGI feather floating down and landing on my body. I don't know. That sounds really corny. Like,
A little
I don't know.
bumblebee coming and trying to pollinate you.
That's adorable. Like, bzz, bzz. Is this a flower? No, that is most definitely not a flower.
Oh no, wrong
Oh
flower.
my God.
Wrong flower.
Yeah. Oh my God. We'll figure something out, but like we've definitely got a visual flow happening.
It'd be really cool to have like a scene with you in the box, in the washed out colors, and then rain. Maybe even colorful rain, but
Oh,
she's still very
yes.
black and white. I think that would like be a really cool artsy shot.
Oh man. Oh man, that would be really
I don't
cool.
know how we'd make colored rain. It would probably have to be like post-production.
Yeah, that or you would have to.
Or we could get a bunch of fucking paint.
That, I was about to say, make it rain
and put it
paint.
through a fucking sprinkler
Maybe
system.
have to be like, either I need to make like a lot more of that look identical to this pretty much, or like that'll have to be the very last scene we do is just me
Oh.
getting rained on in paint.
What better way to end it than
Right?
to have a fucking paint rain
A paint
scene?
party.
I'm not sure how we would. We have to get like water.
I was gonna say either water it down or food coloring water.
Food
Oh
coloring
man,
water.
I definitely see me wearing like some sort of camise thing for that, because then it's like the paint is like covering the blank canvas of my skin and the dress, and it's just kind of, I don't know, that's what I could see, but
Right. I like it. You could also get a bunch of disposable watering cans because they kind of pour like rain, and get a bunch of people or like a couple of people on ladders.
oh
Yeah, they just kind of go. These.
I mean, that could work.
yeah, kind of thin the paint out with water.
I would suggest doing like water soluble paint, so we don't have to worry about cleaning up afterwards.
Yeah.
Yes. Get some PVC pipe and zigzag it,
Okay, that.
and just suspend it in like the woods maybe, and then just like punch a bunch of holes, and then at the very front, because she'll be standing under that, and then like where the camera is, have the fucking water pitcher, so it creates layers.
This is exciting. Of course. I'll do my best to get in there and help with anything, so yeah. Awesome. I'm liking these ideas. I've actually been wanting to do a rain scene for some time. I actually have this picture of me kind of on a rooftop in the rain with like a red umbrella or something, and for one of my songs, Rainbow Weather.
Oh, for a different song. Same
Yeah. It's the song called Rainbow Weather. It's like rainbow weather over Fleet Street. Ain't it better when you miss me? See my face in the sunshine. Feel the void in the meantime. Disbelieving is the fad. A promise means nothing. Ain't it sad? Go on and tear that blue down. Violet mocks me all over town, but I'm too yellow to turn it around, and green to the red of love. Orange summer rolls around, but the heat don't help cool me down. Looking for you every time I turn around, and I'm getting dizzy. Oh, Indicom or Indigo, you know I'll say the same, and so you try to catch each cloud that drifts your way. You know I'll say, rainbow weather over Fleet Street, ain't it better when you miss me?
Can I hear that one? That sounds awesome.
Cool, yeah, I think I've got a recording of it, thank you.
Did you say you would be wearing the same box thing? Is it like a constant, is it like a continual theme?
No, it wasn't. The box head wasn't going to be part of it. It was just going to be kind of like another music video, just featuring an interesting location and vibe. And we had some thoughts about like making it like rain, but like also like kind of like reversing the rain.
Oh, that's
while I'm like.
Or
Or both?
Yeah, there was some ideas being thrown around a while back for that song. I was like, man, it'd be cool to do a video for that song because it's just very pictorial and it has all the colors of the rainbow in the lyrics of the song, which was fun.
yeah, like Indigo, whatever it was.
Yeah, the lyrics are really good.
Okay, let's see.
For the sake of video work, do you want to hop on the side?
Oh, you're filming?
Yeah.
I think I might have recorded that song the same day. Yes, I did. Here it is. Okay. And this one's also slow, but I could see it being a little bit more lively, possibly. I just used to write a lot of slow stuff. I still do that. I just realized I write music for depressed people. Like, my music is good to listen to when you're depressed and you just want to, like, yes, I just want to revel in it and not listen to anything fast because I don't want to. Like, that's totally where I was at when I wrote it. I was like, you cannot make me be lively, but I will pour out my passion and wail and gnash my teeth. Like, that's what happens. It's like...
Would you mind writing out some lyrics in total?
Sure.
For the other band there? And if you want for the other two, they're both great.
Sure. Let me make sure it's done. Okay, thanks.
Are we going to talk about food? I forgot.
Yeah, I mentioned the music lesson. The buy one get one for 2 hours. So I'll definitely break that down.
Where's that?
Works. That's all for me.
What do you want to do? What do you? Do you want to wait 2 hours? Because I can fuck off for 2 hours.
I mean, for buy one get one, let's see how much that is.
It's so weird because this line is pretty convoluted, but it makes sense if you understand where my thought was, but if you don't, you're just like, eh. The things we've got in common, this dry riverbed and me, we've got to lay in it, is like when people say you make your bed and then you got to lay in it. It's like almost a threat that they throw at you when you're younger. You know, if you keep doing that, you're gonna blah 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 blah, just like your father, blah 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 blah. You know, like they're like, you make your bed, you're gonna lay in it. I'm not gonna help you out, and like so it's just kind of like my subtle way of weaving in like, this is how exhausted my soul feels like after all of this, you know. But it's very subtle. It's not really anything somebody's gonna pick up on unless they knew that backstory, or unless it triggered some feeling just because of like the wording. I don't know.
It's very interesting.
So many different kinds.
I won't tell you. Let's see it. That was good. That was good. Rosemary.
I think you had me try the pear.
The spicy shrimp is delicious.
I think that one.
That one is like one of the best.
You did have me try that. And then, what's the rest of it? Mozzarella mushrooms, red strip plants, caramel olives. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, if you're okay with trying to and not getting well, go with it.
Did you want me to get one? You get one?
Yeah, if you can. That'd be cool. There's this one for me, so that's prosciutto. Good cheese is on there.
Do the deli liver, or do we need to go pick it up? Okay. Saw with something. I like vegetables, but I don't want only vegetables. Let's take that.
So the line where, you know, you're going to kind of see where the ash imagery ties in. The line is ashes burned from Rubber Man, so it's kind of, you know, that could also be a thought to explore, is just the burning away of the olden falls as you emerge into your truth, you know, and authenticity.
Yeah, I like that sandwich.
Yeah, spreading the ashes. And if you watch the movie, that's something that fans of the movie Frank would recognize as being derivative, but it's not like copying. It's derivative of a scene where they try to spread this dude's ashes and then realize that they're actually spreading like Ovaltine, something similar to that. It's like, you know.
What if we had the ashes scene where they let them go and they into the air? Well, what if in another way we could do both? There's no reason you can't do both. Just really drive home the metaphor. You're wearing like a lot of costume things and your mask, but as you walk, they could fall off.
Oh, sort of like at first I'm like Link with all my battle stuff strapped to me, but then I'll
Yeah.
just sort of drop stuff.
Even
Okay.
pieces of the mask could start to chip away.
Ooh, that could be cool. That could be really cool. I'm liking this.
I'm gonna write it down.
I know. I hope somebody's taking notes. Okay, I'm still writing down lyrics, but that's okay. You can just write down whatever, and then
Yeah,
I'll.
we'll just flip to a different. Yeah. Well, where?
I don't know, it's up here.
I have to sort through all this and make it like a thing anyway.
Like, this is motivation for me to try to slim down a little bit, so I can fit into this little camise. I mean, it's pretty much I can almost fit, but like I think I gotta trim a little bit.
That's not how you spell corrode, but there's a lot of words that are misspelled in here. Like, look at lifeless Leah.
Oh, have you seen my handwriting and the way I spell some things? It's fine.
Yeah, I'm like trying to keep my handwriting good and legible, because I can decipher my scrawl, but
I can usually decipher my own handwriting. Sometimes not as much.
yeah. Recently, my friend's tripped streams for the first time and my friend became convinced that he could write left-handed. He is a right-handed person. So he, like, sat there for a while and was, like, trying to write things with his left hand because he was convinced. He's like, no, I can do it. I'm left-handed now. Like, he was so out of it. It was funny.
That's epic.
So yeah, a cool thing with the chipping away of the wax is like eventually it could become like a giant circle with like a tie-on mask. And so like the whole box part of it is gone and it's just like that face but like cut out. And then eventually like parts of that can corrode and like pieces of the face are showing underneath and then maybe it's just the eyes
Spider-Man
and the
2
lip.
thing.
Yeah.
You get the Spider-Man 2 thing where it's like the mask is all gone.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
But if we're gonna erode the box into nothing but like those things, what could we put inside the box that'd be cool and indicative of what's going on in your head? I think that'd be kind of interesting to
Confetti.
see. Confetti?
Like a weird clown afro.
Yeah,
would
like
just put-
very something. That's a good point. Like it could be something kind of odd. I'm trying to think about like the chaos that was going on in my head at that time. It was like,
Well, I mean,
it was like, you know, even everything was in question. Like everything from like my gender to like, do I want to chop my hair off? Do I want to keep it long? Do I want to like, do I even want to be with a man? Like, you know, it was just all these things were going through my head and I was having to just kind of confront, you know, not having the status quo anymore, like what was my prerogative. So, well, yeah, I mean, I think that we could probably, I liked the idea of confetti. I also kind of liked the idea of just like some like colorful wig or afro, you know, just not afro specifically, but like,
both would be good.
but
Or you
like
could
just to show chaos.
have a colored wig similar to your hair and like hanging out and then like slowly like it gets chopped away so then when the thing is completely revealed it's your shorter hair.
You know, I like that because that's what happened in real life, and I think I can easily get like a long dark wig, you know, that would.
Or even just extension.
I would put little
Yeah.
things in there too, like little lockets or like
Ooh,
pictures.
things that like might be
What?
symbolic.
Pills.
Pills, like
It's
I
like
was
a
thinking like this
thing
is what you
almost,
keep
I
on
was-
the inside of your mouth.
Yeah.
This is you in your own little private spot. This is what you hide
Okay.
from the world because
Yeah.
you're not able to show them.
Okay.
So
There-
all of those things that
Oh
make
hell
you
yeah!
you and
There's
happy.
like it would be like a whole bunch of like symbols and plants and like words and like, you know, just sort of like, yeah, an explosion of like what it's like to be on my mind. I liked the idea of like medications, pills, like
graffiti little walls almost.
yeah, like I like it.
Glitter.
Glitter. Yeah.
How to hide glitter from the world.
Well, because you can let it out. That's Pandora's box. Once you
Right.
unleash the glitter, it takes over the world.
And perform out, and I kind of have this my heart set on this cute little idea of me, Gentry, and Steve playing and calling it Julia Ruby and the World's Best Looking Outlaws, because Steve wrote a song called The World's Best Looking Outlaws, just like ironic and funny, and I was like, that's the vibe I kind of was thinking about just doing for a while, just taking the pressure off myself by being like, just be a folk artist, you know, don't worry about like subscribing to like a certain level of glamour or whatever, just like get into the heart of the music and have fun with it. And that's what I kind of want. That's what I hope that we can do. So
Hell yeah.
Steve has kids, but we can still hopefully steal him like late nights and stuff, you know. We'll see. Sorry, I know you guys want to get on with your evening. Let me like
I mean, did you want to eat some pizza? You can definitely have some of mine.
Really?
For sure.
Mm-hmm. Well, I would be delighted to eat with you guys, but I also don't want to like impose either.
You're not a boo. You can just
Okay.
go order it and pick it up.
I would love that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you eat meat? Do you eat meat, right?
Yes, I do. Sorry, I didn't hear you the first time, and then it kind of registered once you said it the second time. I was like,
quiet speaker.
That can be a good thing. I've lived with loudspeakers and it just puts me on edge. And I do get loud. Like, I'm definitely a person that gets loud sometimes, but like, there's nothing like that person who's just always loud. And you're just like, ah.
Can we hear the song again?
Sure.
I want to see what other ideas I can come up with while we're here.
Okay.
Now that we have all those other things thrown into the mix too, I kind of want to see how they organize themselves in my head. Look at my finger. It was a blister and it popped and it's like a fucking crater. And I know. And then a bottle cut me today. I know. I've just got messed up fingers.
Dry skin like rivulets, moisture ran away long time ago.
A lot of them in a few weeks. I could maybe get some scenes on my phone.
Actually, yeah, it's like just cutaways.
The things we've got in common.
Right.
This dry
You want to throw in a box and jump in the snow?
we've got laying.
They're like, take my head, please. Like, just totally do some scenes.
And away we go on a breath of summer wind.
I'm sorry, I'm not sick.
No, you're fine. I was coughing too.
The vapes. The vapes.
And
The vapors, I declare.
away we go
What's good?
like dust
4
dripping
meats,
from
sausage,
my
pepperoni,
hand.
prosciutto, and bacon, and 4 cheeses, mozzarella, parmesan, Gouda, and goat cheese. That sounds fucking fantastic.
Ashes
That
burned
does.
from rubber
Yeah, okay.
man.
But I have goat cheese if you want to add that to another pizza. Nice.
Spent a while in the baggage claim,
Well, if we do that, do we want to
waiting
get 2
for
of those, or do we want to do like...
somebody to
I'm
call
gonna
my
do
the honey
name.
thing?
And away
Okay.
we go.
Because I love this one.
I
it's
sure
amazing.
hope they know who I am, 'cause
Right now,
I'm not sure I
Scrampy
am
mood.
than just a rubber man.
Okay.
Spicy scrampies.
Okay.
Do you not want scrampy pizza?
I don't think I've ever had shrimp on pizza.
Dry skin
But I
like
mean, I'm down to try it.
rivulets, moisture ran away a long time ago.
But I am going to start the song over, because I want to be able to...